Good morning. I am sitting here in our hoop house. Normally, at this point, there's a lot of green growing in here. As you can see behind me, nothing's growing right now because I haven't gotten around to planting anything yet. Today on our cancer journey, I just want to share with you our needs versus our wants. My needs versus my wants, and just, as we enter the chronic phase of dealing with this disease process of multiple myeloma, which is treatable but not curable, and Timmy goes through, he has chemotherapy every week and dialysis 3 days a week, and we're heading into our second summer of this. I'm just really being present to my own worries and fears and anxieties related to our kind of our living situation. So I'm just kind of emptying out here, and I hope that you can just stay with me for the ride a little bit. It's raining in the background, so I hope the white noise is okay for you. I'm present to my fatigue. I'm present to the weight of the responsibility of caring for Tim, working full time, caring for our farm, caring for our daughters, and kind of being all things to all people. I'm definitely aware of my limitations and that I'm not a superhuman. I'm not a superhero. Maybe a superhuman. I think we're all superhuman in some way. But I've got my limits, and I'm hitting them. And as summer rolls around, I'm definitely aware that these limits are real. And I was super gung-ho to take on the garden and planting everything and getting all of our seedlings started. And then my body said, no way, no freaking way. So I went to a farm camp this past weekend. I came home last night, Saturday. It was put on by Marble Seed, and it's to really work with young farmers who are in their first, 5 to 10 years of farming, to help them find their way. And we're at year 6, and I'm probably at year, 1 or 2, considering that my day job has been my full-time work, and this has been Timmy's full-time work. So my strength lies in my ability to manage with everything else that's going on. My strength is not in doing all of the stuff to care for our farm. We've kind of got all the options out on the table, and we're exploring them. To sell a farm like this would probably take a good 1 to 2 years on the market, possibly sooner, but it'll take some time. Selling a farm like this is, for all that Timmy's put into this, I think he's still eager to be here and to watch it grow, and to hopefully, once he's on the other side of this phase of his cancer, he'll be able to do the work again. For us, logistically, our farm sits smack in between my work and Timmy's hospital and medical care, and where the girls go to school. So it was a good location because it was kind of smack in the middle of everything. It's a challenging location in that we don't have a lot of people right around us to kind of help day in and day out. My family's scattered all around the country, and they were super helpful last summer. Timmy's family's all in the Milwaukee area. So my needs, our needs versus our wants, I think our needs are just some general upkeep of the outdoor spaces during the summer. I'm looking for someone to mow once the grass starts to grow longer. We let it grow a little bit longer, and we love the dandelions to come up to, you know, give, you know, food and sustenance for all the pollinators. In the summertime, we've kind of got to mow some of the areas back, and so I need some help with that. I need some help with kind of general weeding of some of our flower beds. We decided to let the garden areas go fallow for the summer, and but I need some help just to kind of keep the weeds under control so that next summer it's not too out of control and we can just go straight to planting. Those are needs. My wants, our wants are, I'll say mine. I really would love to see our space used. If there's anybody who is watching this and you or you know of somebody who is eager to work a piece of land but doesn't want to commit to buying a piece of land, would love to try your hand at, you know, selling at a farmer's market nearby, or doing kind of a mini CSA. We've got plenty of space for growing, and we've been amending the soil for the past 5 years, so it's in good shape. It's ready for planting. It would just do my heart a lot of good to see it used in that way. I kind of think of, you know, some younger women who are really eager to get started but can't invest in the land yet, or a couple who's considering venturing into farm life but isn't ready to commit or doesn't have the resource to commit to a purchase. We've got space here. We also have a biodiverse orchard that Tim has planted. There's, I don't know, somewhere in the ballpark of 15 trees, I think mostly apples and pears, and we continue to expand that, and then a lot of other plants for cross-pollination. So I don't know, I'm just kind of putting this out there because a want would be that someone come in and just want to use the space for their own learning purposes. Tim is an amazing teacher. He could teach all kinds of things if you're wanting to get started with farming and you just need a place to practice and somebody to bounce ideas off of. Yeah, I'd love for it to be used for that. Another want of my own, it's probably a need and a want, is I need to feel more freedom. I think one of the things that's really causing me anxiety as of late is feeling a lack of freedom and feeling like I'm tied to all of the chores and responsibilities that go along with managing a place like this, in addition to working full time and being caregiver and being a mom. And I want to be able to show up for my girls and give them what they need. So I feel myself kind of scrambling inside, trying to figure out how to be all things to all people. And so my want is for more freedom, to take them to the lake for a day in the summer, to take little weekend excursions here and there with the girls for entertainment and fun, to just be able to enjoy each other as a family and enjoy Tim in whatever state he can show up in. He's really not able to be around the plants. He's not able to be around the vegetation and the dirt because it's just too much of a risk for his cancer. And if he were to ingest any of the spores from the dirt, it could trigger a viral infection or fungal infection, and that could be really detrimental to his health. So what else? I think those are the big things. Yeah, and community's huge. I think when we moved here to this farm, we kind of had an idea that we would, really be connecting with our local community here and getting to know other farmers. And I think over time, Tim's condition kind of pulled us all more inward. In the farm school that I attended yesterday, I just really was reminded of how important community is. Last summer we had a lot of people coming out to help, and just that sense of community and seeing people come in and out of our space here was just so nourishing on so many fronts. So we are open to that. I'm totally open to that. I want our driveway to be a place where people are coming and going, and whether you want to come and help, whether you want to come and visit, whether you want to come and just enjoy the space in whatever way, we'd love that. So you guys have been so helpful, and your support is amazing. It's humbling for me to be in a position to have to ask again for help. But I've kind of had to turn things around and say, what would I do if I were the occupational therapist and this were the caregiver for the patient that I'm providing therapy to? I would tell them that they need to reach out and ask their community for help. And they need to know that inside of everybody is this tremendous spirit of generosity just waiting to be tapped. And they won't know it until they ask. And so I've got to take that medicine myself and ask and open and let the support come and be in awe again, because it usually comes from places I never would expect, and allows me to meet people and get to know generosity in ways that I wouldn't have anticipated. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm super appreciative for you hanging in with me through this video, and if you got questions, feel free to ask. If you've got comments, I always love hearing them. If you're in a time of need yourself, I invite you to ask yourself to your people, your community, because I venture to guess that you got a whole lot of people around you eager to help you too. They just need to know that you need help. So, yeah. All right, blessings and peace, and I wish you a beautiful Sunday. Bye.